Hello everyone, Sage here. Welcome to the Executive Corner Expert Talks by Kalkine TV. And today's special guest is Mr. Christopher Perception. He's the founder of PerceptForm. And we're going to learn more about what PerceptForm is doing for the cryptocurrency and blockchain sector. There's a trending question: do you have to get a degree to work in cryptocurrency? And PerceptForm is an end-to-end ecosystem focused on empowering communities through blockchain technology. And PerceptForm aims to be the bridge that creates solutions in finance, education, art, and real estate by leveraging blockchain technology. And as you know, here at Kalkine, we bring you the industry leaders, successful business owners, all under the one roof to help you discover the insights of the stock markets. And today we're very lucky to have with us live Mr. Christopher Perception, founder of PerceptForm.
Hello. So happy and honored to be here. Thank you so much for your time.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us. It's a pleasure to meet you. So let's get started. We're keen to share your insights on our show. PerceptForm offers online courses about cryptocurrencies and non-fungible tokens, helping to demystify the world. That is absolutely taking off. And it has more than 600 students worldwide. In June this year, it launched PerceptPay, a marketplace that will allow businesses to accept US dollars for goods and services, but receive payment in Bitcoin. How is the response that you're receiving to this newly launched marketplace, please, Christopher?
Sure. So in reference to PerceptPay, I've had a lot of interest in it, for one, because it creates frictionless onboarding and offboarding opportunities for merchants. There are a lot of people who are interested in Bitcoin, and they're hearing about so much on Twitter, on Facebook, YouTube, but people want to be able to understand things in layman's terms. Can a 5-year-old understand what blockchain is? Can a 10-year-old effectively convey what Bitcoin is? So that's where these courses really come into play. And as of today, we've actually crossed the threshold of 1,000 students globally that we've taught and educated. So the impact has been massive. It's taken off quickly, and we are constantly fine-tuning the social payment marketplace known as PerceptPay.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing your insights. And although most people have heard of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum, many people are hesitant to invest since there is still much speculation around crypto. You've been following cryptocurrencies closely for quite a while now, and your company PerceptForm is an end-to-end ecosystem of cryptocurrency, blockchain products and services. What is one piece of advice or a suggestion you would like to offer to the viewers on cryptocurrencies today, please?
Sure. So I will say this for anyone who feels like they're late to the party: you're not early, but you are right on time. Some people would say that until Bitcoin hits $1 million, you're still early. And that will happen. It could be next year, it could be within this decade, but it will happen. So one thing that I would recommend is to arm yourself with education. So my company has 4 verticals, as was spoken on earlier: finance, education, art, and real estate. We want to create bridges from the physical to the digital, or from the digital to the physical. In the sense of education, we want to ensure that we're leading with education and bridging it to innovation. So honestly, there are a lot of people that are going to say, hey, just jump in and learn, but that's not necessarily the best thing for you to do, because everyone has different pathways and different ways that they learn. More times than not, what I would often recommend is to go to the basics. The basics is Bitcoin, Ethereum, blockchain technology. If you start at those 3 points and you self-educate at your own pace, that is a really good starting point. My company is actually rolling out a platform called Percept Grow, which is going to incentivize people to learn. So as you're learning, you're doing quizzes, you're learning through video content, you're going to be able to earn cryptocurrency, and you'll be able to apply your knowledge. It's one thing to know something, it's another thing to apply that knowledge. And that's where PerceptForm really wants to bridge to people such as yourself who may be watching, want to learn about cryptocurrency, but feel kind of nervous about it. We're going to walk with you through that process.
Sounds great. And it's great that you're encouraging people to do their own due diligence and learn for themselves at their own pace, because that is what's needed, a bit more awareness raising around the topic. So yeah, thanks for that. There are so many businesses already operating in technology. How does PerceptForm monetize or plans to monetize its products, and what are the strategies that you think are required to stay on top of the game?
Sure. So, considering we are in a brand new space, this isn't the industrial revolution, but this is truly a digital revolution. And we see that as the world is becoming more and more digital. And for us, we want to ensure that this end to end ecosystem touches people right where they are. So, considering myself, I didn't necessarily come from wealth. I was homeless at one point. I was literally born in between both worlds. My mother's a Christian evangelist, and that afforded me opportunities to be around billionaires, self made millionaires, politicians. And then my dad on the other side was closer to the poverty level. And I saw a lot of crime, murder, things of that nature. So, what my company has is a great understanding of people and empathy. We lead with empathy, we lead with education, and we lead with innovation. So, with those three pieces, we are creating and constructing so many different mechanisms that will allow for accredited as well as non accredited investors to take part in certain offerings. So, in reference to real estate, there's the ability to tokenize real estate and place real estate on the blockchain. So, what does that mean? Security tokens. Not only would we allot security tokens for the retail and the accredited investor, but we would also educate them, we would walk them through the process, and we would create crypto communities that would allow for people to have equity and also transact in cryptocurrency. So that's one real way in real life that we're going to do these things. We're scouting for land currently, and we plan to break ground hopefully top of next year. So that's one big way we're going to monetize. The other way, from more digital pieces such as PerceptPay, we have minimal transaction fees. Any sale that takes place on PerceptPay, we only take 1%. And there are other aspects such as our courses, consulting, which we do, NFT consulting for community organizations, all the way up to museum status artists such as Reginald Baylor. So all across the board, we're creating a lot of different mechanisms. We're excited for what the future holds.
Absolutely. We'll be watching this space. It sounds like a very exciting time to connect with you. And what you're mentioning about the democratization of the finance system and getting people involved at a community level and supporting each other and hopefully letting the liquidity grow, and allowing people to have some equity for themselves. So thanks so much for sharing your passion for your work. That's amazing. PerceptForm is also partnered with the Black Wall Street app, which is the first Black-owned digital wallet, and co-founded by author and actor Hill Harper, who's known for his roles on The Good Doctor and CSI New York. The app launched in May this year. Harper is also a financial investor in PerceptForm. And Christopher, we're suddenly seeing a lot of celebrities that are now openly promoting and investing in the crypto space. Do you think this trend is good for cryptocurrencies?
That's a heavy question. I honestly think that it's a catch-22. There are so many instances where, and people can do their own research. I won't name celebrities or incidents, but there are situations where projects that may have a large war chest, they may have a lot of money, but not necessarily a utility for their token or their project. They have a lot of money. They get a spokesperson that says, hey, buy this and it's going to change your life. Not knowing that the followers and the fans, as they put their money in, people have already gotten paid on the back end, and it's a rug pull. And SEC gets involved in America, globally, a lot of people are crying out, and it's not good in that sense. But then you have other instances like people such as Hill Harper, who's a good friend of mine, also people such as Stephen Curry, Tom Brady, people who are educated, people who are on the level, and people who are actively engaging in this space and encouraging people to do just as I am telling you, to educate yourself and providing mechanisms where you can educate. I think that is powerful because it's going to accelerate this phenomenon that in the industry we call mass adoption. Mass adoption isn't going to necessarily come from the 1%. It's going to come from the 99, knowing that they can be on the same playing field economically. You can invest in the same things as the Rothschilds, as the S&P 500 people who are moving things along. They're getting into Bitcoin. So can you. That's powerful. And the fact that they're conveying that through their platforms, that is a beautiful thing.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for sharing your insights there. And like you said, we're right on time. We're not quite early, but we're not late yet. The price of Bitcoin might reach, or might very well reach, $1 million one day, perhaps in the next decade, like you say, or in sometime in the future. And until it reaches that time, we are not late to jump in if we see fit. The price of Bitcoin's currently hovering just under the $50,000 mark US today, I think. And who knows what it's going to do from here. But we are seeing a lot more celebrities endorsing this cryptocurrency that emerged about 11 years ago. And it's a very exciting thing to watch, Christopher, and thank you so much for sharing your insights today. You have an insider perspective, which as a researcher, I don't really, but you're working with the space. Just before you go and we wind up the discussion, was there any final comments you'd like to end the discussion on?
Sure. So firstly, please visit PerceptForm.tech and you can learn about our initiatives. You can see some of the partners that we have globally, all the way through our 4 verticals: finance, education, art, and real estate. We have so many initiatives rolling out, even entering into fashion by way of 100 Bitcoin, which is a clothing line that educates people in reference to what Bitcoin and its power is. Lastly, we are truly accessible. So as you visit PerceptForm.tech, drop us a message and let us know if there's any way that we can aid by way of consulting some of our products, etc. And lastly, thank you so much for this opportunity. Truly appreciative to speak with you.
Thank you very much for joining us today. Really appreciate your insights and enjoy the rest of your day. And viewers, we've just had a very inspiring discussion with Mr. Christopher Perceptions, the founder of PerceptForm, and he's just given you the details to check out his website. And if you'd like, the full recorded interview will be available on Kalkine Media's YouTube channel, so please check it out. Stay with us for more live expert talks and market updates. I'll be with you soon with the crypto buzz, and as we say, stay apprised and invest wise with Kalkine.